Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon muser this evening. Tonight, we are playing session 30 of our ongoing campaign. Oops, and I did not shut myself up in the background. There we go. Session 30 of our ongoing campaign, playing through Greg Gillespie's very cool Barrowmaze complete campaign. We are using a fairly heavily house-ruled version of Kevin Crawford's cool Scarlet Heroes game, and you can find a link to all the house rules we're using in the description of this video. But with me are the stars of Wednesday night sessions, ready to take on the horrors of the Barrowmaze and see what things I can throw at them, which, if last session was any indicator, will be bullshit and 3 beetles. We've got first up, Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'll be playing Badonk Bent Bucket, the Goblin Acrobatic Monk.
And next up is Dave.
Hey everybody, Dave. Got a bit of cold, so I'm going to sound like a raspy old guy today. And playing West Littlefoot, the Halfling Ranger. Drinking some tea. I don't know if you can read that, but it says, stay weird.
And returning from his sabbatical is the man, the myth, the legend, Steve-O!
Hello, hello. Thank you. Good to be back. Yes, yet another sabbatical. I am playing Warbin Silverstone, the dwarf storm druid.
Nice. So, where we're picking up our session, guys, is in the charming but kind of haunted, quaint community of Helix, where our 3 heroes are sitting around the breakfast table at the Brazen Strumpet and bemoaning the fact that there is only 2 more weeks left of summer. The rains, the locals have told you, are definitely on the way. And as soon as the rains come, the Barrowmaze effectively becomes unnavigable. So, Badonk, you know that your luck has been satisfied by the last foray into the Barrowmaze, but surely there's more luck to be had, right?
There's got to be. You'd like to live really high and mighty for the winter.
Definitely. So with you still is obviously Vazquez, who is one of your henchmen. She is the 2nd level fighter who is sort of noticing, I guess, Skirg's absence again. She's been asking about where he has been. And your hireling, who, in a completely unprecedented move, has survived 2 expeditions to the Barrowmaze. Clearly, things I have not been running things properly here. So, guys, what are you thinking for today?
Well, Badonk has been busy telling the others about how their last foray into the Barrows resulted in no trouble and just profit. And so he is selling them on, we need to go back out there. For whatever reason, things seem to be peaceful.
You know who has Alamandarax, the wizard who accompanied you last time? He doesn't seem to be anywhere to be found either.
Took his coins and ran.
He got it. It could very well be. He did seem to have a specific intent in exploring the Barrowmaze, so that possibly could explain it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got yourself 2, one man-at-arms and 1 fighter. Warbin has appeared again from the wilderness. So, what are you guys thinking? Do you need to hire anyone else, or are you suitably equipped to tackle the Barrowmaze?
I feel okay with what we have. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah. You know how it's been going, so if you think we're strong enough.
Well, after the like I said, after the last time,
but
feeling pretty good.
When Badonk is level 5 now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is bonkers.
Dang.
Okay, so then you guys will collect your belongings, you get your rations for the day, and you guys set out in search of adventure. So let's get back to the Barrowmaze here, guys. And just, I got the complete wrong party here. Let me just grab the right party. We got the wrong people there.
See you, Ron.
Yeah, he needs to get... what am I doing here? Boom. 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 There we go. So why don't you guys go ahead and set yourselves up in your marching order, please. And Badonk, you're, I think, very glad to see that Wes is finally back so you can have your scout back again.
Absolutely. While you were gone, Wes, unfortunately, Badonk has been forced to be the scout and leading the way for everyone.
By which he means canary in coal mine.
Yeah.
How's that look, guys? We're in between the two meat shields and Badonk along the side somewhere. Back to the old ways.
Indeed.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So then, let me just roll some restock here.
Giant scorpions. All right, we can take them this time.
I think you guys have actually taken giant scorpions.
Yeah, we ran from them the first couple of times, but last time we fought them. Last time I was around.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this transition to Scarlet Heroes. Although I'll say again too, though. I mean, you know, even though we're playing Scarlet Heroes now, it really doesn't feel like you guys are, you know, invulnerable by any means.
No.
Oh, I don't think so.
No,
Never.
no.
Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just checking something. It's because you guys are going to have nothing but a stress-free evening tonight. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's why I'm happy. When you guys are happy, I'm happy.
They have a T-shirt, Kev, at that website I was at that says, "When the DM smiles, it's already too late."
Yeah. There's an old DM or old T-shirt from the Sarah Silverman show that what's his name, Brian Posehn wore. Said, "You're not the DM of me." And I've been trying to find it for like since I saw it on that show and have not found like one in a font that I like. Like there's knockoffs of it, but I love that. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. All right, guys. So you set forth into the Barrowmaze, and because it's been such a long time, Steve, as a refresher, the Barrowmaze is silent as the grave. As you're making your way through, the only thing you can hear is the sound of your companions sloshing through the ankle-deep mud, the rustling as they're pushing aside these 3-foot-high, thick and fibrous weeds that grow throughout here, and straining to see what's ahead of you in the thick, omnipresent mist. And for you, being only, 4 foot whatever, you're barely able to see. You can picture your beard is kind of getting caught in the brambles of this low foliage. And the first 2 hours of travel ends with nothing happening. So you carry on through the Barrowmaze. The sun is getting higher in the sky. The smell of the Barrowmaze and the Barrowmoor is thick and heavy in your nostrils. You're beginning to breathe heavily as you're making your way along. Wes, you are taking careful look and keeping a careful watch out for any of that quicksand. You know that some of the slight pre-fall or pre-autumn rains have fallen, which could make some of this very, very dangerous. You recall nearly having lost half of your party members the first time you went out into the Barrowmoor to those very threats to the quicksand.
That's where Sir Albus lost his sword.
That's where he lost his family sword. That's right. And it's almost ironic that you were watching for that so carefully because after 2 hours of travel, you find that there is nothing. And the DM lied. And there's no irony to be found at all. And you guys successfully make it to the Barrowmoor mounds. So let's transfer ourselves over here. Okay. Yeah, last session we actually had the first time that everyone actually made their way back. Okay, I'm going to move everyone's cameras over here. Dave, your camera's not working in roll 20, just FYI.
I will restart.
Okay, I'm not sure if you were intending on hiding, but your stealth check was successful.
I was looking up shirts that says, "You're not the DM of B."
No, much appreciated.
I found one that said, in brackets, "So 5 foot step off."
That's nice. Okay.
Funny.
So you guys
We're
reached the
back.
Barrow mounds. And again, Steve, let's refresh your memory what the
Alright.
Barrow mounds look like. And there you are,
Exotic.
rolling craggy hills. Unfortunately, there are no mountains in the background, and your view is really limited to the about 100 yards out. But for the first turn, or the first phase, Jeff, go ahead and move 4 hexes.
Go, Lucky Goblin.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The northern approach, bold choice. So as you guys are making your way along the heavy and large, not heavy though, the large mounds, looming aside, you know, coming up ahead is the scene where Sir Albus fell. And though you still have not found his mortal remains, you know that the Barrowmaze, or at least in the Barrow mounds, spirits do not rest easily. And that's perhaps why it's no surprise that you experience no encounters. These sentences make no sense once you hear all of them.
Nice.
Do not read a transcript of tonight's session. Okay, so next, 4 more hexes.
So what you're saying was a dramatic nothing.
A dramatic nothing, exactly.
Okay. Very dramatic.
Okay. For another 20 minutes, you carry on, tromping your way across these. You keep thinking you're seeing fleeting figures moving in the thick fog that hangs around this area. If anything, the fog seems even thicker than it was the last time you guys were here. Would everyone give me a wisdom check, please? So remember, it's going to be 2d8 plus your wisdom score, and if you happen to have a trait that would give you a bonus to to senses, to hearing things, go ahead and add that to it as well.
Let's see here. Well, goblin senses?
Sightless senses.
Let's see here.
Oh, that's moderately pitiful.
George says, when the GM smiles, it's already too late. That's great.
Holy, whoa, Werbin.
Whoa, Werbin. Jesus, Steve, you're coming back with a fucking storm.
Boom! Been losing my day.
All right, so you are making your way along, Werbin. It's been a while since you've been back, and maybe that's why you are so tweaked to hearing the sound of whap, 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 whap. You can hear beating wings from somewhere in the fog.
I warn the others.
What do you say?
I say, hey, shh. There's a sound of beating wings in the distance.
You all stop. Ackerley's eyes go wide, and he says, the harpies.
The harpies.
Maybe they want revenge for the crew of them that we slew a month back.
Undoubtedly.
But
We take
Donk
cover?
and Wes, you both certainly rolled well enough that you can hear it too. There's the beating of wings. And your DM just cannot make an effective sound of beating wings.
Like multiple wings or a large...
One at a time?
You could ask that out loud, and I think Werbin could answer that for you.
Okay, so that's what he says. I
There are
can't
many.
make out, is it multiple wings or is it one giant creature?
No, there are many, for sure. Oh, I mean, there's just one.
Because we've also run into, I don't know, what were they? What was it, a drake, Kev?
Wyvern.
Or
A wyvern.
Sorry, a wyvern.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the crazy poison.
Yeah.
I think Werbin helped you guys with that fight, didn't he?
Didn't he disappear right at the beginning of
Oh,
the
when
fight?
he turned to stone?
We showed up afterwards. That was the Wyvern you guys fought.
Yeah,
Steve missed
was
that session.
scary.
Yeah, that's right. I think you showed up right at the end. You're like, hello.
Right.
Okay. So you stand still for about a minute or so. And it sounds to you, Werbin, like there's something circling. And that's when you see it. The fog parts just long enough for you to get a clear glimpse of a single black raven. And it flies off. The sound of beating wings seems to subside. You are once again left in the silence and stillness of the Barrow Mounds. What do you guys do?
Continue on, I guess.
Keep going.
Okay.
That was over to the entrance.
Okay. The distance to the entrance is a long 20 minutes. Again, while you're winding your way along, the soil beneath your feet a little soggier than even usual. And then you can see the entrance. And let's just refresh everyone's memory. You see it. The way down to the horrors of the Barrowmaze. You make your way up towards that open doorway. Looking inside, you see, of course, the way down. What order do you guys want to go down into the Barrowmaze?
I guess at this point, Badonk usually leads the way, I think.
Okay, because he's the lucky looter.
Yeah.
And a cautious engineer. Let's see if loading the Barrowmaze crashes my Roll20 again. No, it appears Roll20 doesn't want to have a spaz out. So let me just... Oh, no, that may still... I may have spoken too soon here.
Hey, Badonk, if summer's almost over, do we need to think about maybe covering the Barrowmaze entrance for winter? Even if it just looks hidden or looks covered? Like maybe with some wood planks and a tarp that's painted like stone or something? So that from a distance people don't bother?
Right. That's not a bad idea to do that. But we could do that on our last outing.
Right, maybe next
But
week.
we'd have to prepare a tarp for next time kind of thing, maybe. Or
right.
Yeah.
You also will want to spare a thought to what to do when the Barrowmaze is sealed.
Yeah. Are you going to make us play 30 sessions of winter? Because I might miss a few more of those than I would normally.
Yeah, that's going to be that's my secret is the next 70 sessions are all just downtime.
Okay.
No. I think what we'll do is we'll do it depending on what you guys choose to do with your time. We're probably going to do it on a month-by-month basis. What I might do is just steal the rules for downtime either from Xanathar's Guide, or I'll use the Pathfinder Complete Campaign rules, because it's got some good rules for what you can do with your downtime. But we'll see. We'll see. Whatever ends up being more fun. I think there might be a downtime. I got another supplement I can look at called Strongholds and Followers. That's got some downtime rules for 5th edition. I can easily convert those over. Or I can just kill everyone next session. And
we could just go hunting Barwood and Greg.
Yes, that's true. You could. You guys have yet to beat up, get to Bogtown. Okay, guys.
Go to Bogtown and take over the Thieves Guild.
Yes, and it's an excellent plan, by which I mean terrible. So can you guys see each other in the Barrowmaze?
Yep.
Awesome.
I don't see me.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Wes. What did I do with you? Who's that? No, that's not you. Who's that? Sorry, some of these things are so small. Who is it? What's the name? I don't know who this is. Hold on. I guess I can just move it into the light. Jeez. No, it's a skeleton. Up with this.
Wait, that's the Living Dead.
Two.
Ghoul.
You're like, no, that's going to kill you. No, that's also going to kill you. That thing will kill you. Oh, that's really going to kill you. Give me a second. You know what I'm going to do this time is I'll remember to just move the tokens off to the side rather than delete them, because I think I forget to do that every session. Where are you, Wes? There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring this minor delay to you from Dungeon Muser. Break for station identification.
Station identification. This is a technique of the emergency Barrowmaze system. If you or your friends are considering going to the Barrowmaze, don't. It's a terrible and awful place, and you will die. So will anyone you hire.
Tonight's gaming sponsor, Ricola. Unofficially.
Okay, so there we go. I think, Wes, can you see now?
Yep, there I am.
There you are. It's because you're so little.
Damn.
All right, so here's the thing that's different. Let's just refresh our memory, and let me move my dice here so I can knock it over. While I'm looking this up, someone on Twitter was asking about, what are good just pick up and play, like D&D setting books. And I honestly don't think I've ever seen a better supplement than this in terms of pick up and play. Like, it's so fucking easy to just grab it and run it without any prep. He said as he stalled to find the thing he needs to reference. You can't get around dumb. That is the downside to it. So here's the thing you find is that the only way to enter the dungeon at this point is through a hole in the ceiling. An old rusty block and tackle attached to a tripod sits atop the hole, and a rope descends down into the room. The ceiling is vaulted and 35 feet high from the floor. The room has partially collapsed along the western wall. Worn frescoes of a burial procession leading up to a barrow mound line the walls. Bones litter the floor. Booted footprints can be seen heading east. Rubble and debris and blood lay littered throughout. The smell of dampness and death permeate this. And on the wall, you see it again, Werbin. That graffiti that says, "They are coming." It has been a while since you've been here. Last time, I think the only time you've actually been down in here before was when Badonk nearly died. Because remember, he was sealed in that room over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then, relying on your dwarven expertise of stonecraft and engineering, Wes asked you how to get the door open. How did that go?
It was a little bit touch and go.
I think it took like 3 or 4 rounds of searching. In the meantime, Badonk barely staved off the 12 skeletons that were attacking him.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Crawled up to the ceiling and was like punch, 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 and then climb back up and then punch, punch, punch.
Werbin never said he was a pro.
I have since become a
times,
ruin
high five.
explorer. We're okay.
Okay.
We're good. So, Badunk, you did a whole bunch of stuff last time. Where do you want to go? Lucky
Well,
looter.
so last time we went all the way down in like 17, right? Is this right, Kev? I see something very bad in 17 right now. Oh,
I was like
Oh,
Dragon Wing.
I don't know what you mean.
thank God it's gone.
Fucking Bush League DM. Okay. So where you went last time? Yes, you did make your way all the way down to 17 because you found riches at a bunch of different places. Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly which rooms had what riches in them.
So there was. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here was that. Remember, there's that statue of that demon, that the mage and the sorcerer and Roan were able to identify.
Right.
But you did find a shit ton of money in there. And you also found money in 13, and you found money up near 61. They have looted a lot of tunes. So where would you like to go, guys? And what order do you want to move in?
I see a circle, purple circle.
That's Wes.
Okay.
Wes is pinging away.
Or maybe we wanted to go here and do some of this stuff up here.
Sorry, where were you pinging?
Or here.
Oh.
What are you thinking there, Lucky Goblin?
Well, like I said, straight ahead and up there, we were finding lots of treasure.
The old Dungeoneer's rhyme, isn't it? Straight ahead, then you're dead.
Yeah.
Go to left, you'll get cleft.
We could go up that hallway that you were indicating and check it out. Sure.
Close or stab deeper into the heart of the maze.
What do you guys think?
Does the maze stab back?
Oh, it doth. It doth.
It doth. It doth, motherfucker. Okay. So what would you like to do then? You guys can go ahead and you can move yourself to around here without incident. To that T junction.
Okay, well, I'm going to crack a sun rod. Are there any Vasquez or the Ackerley guy, are they able to carry a sun rod for us?
Ackerley can, yeah. I mean, he uses a club and a shield, but if you just want to demote him to being Torch Boy, there's a precedent for that with him.
Sure, but he can always drop the sun rod and fight if he has to.
Yep.
Don't be a dimwit. Use your club if you have to.
The other hireling that you guys met with him was someone who was carrying a giant wheel of cheese. He saw him die pretty horribly in front of him, so he knows that discretion is the better part of valor.
Right.
Okay.
So go ahead and move yourselves, guys.
All right, then. Come along, little light source.
Okay.
You coming up here, Badunk?
Yeah.
Did I grab Werbin too?
Steve, you can tell we've been playing together too long because we both make sounds when we move our tokens.
Little moving music.
Okay. Oh, man. So the druid boldly runs up into the T-junction. Whew. That definitely is a good idea. Steve, I applaud your bold decision.
Just daring our DM.
Well, it does seem that the dice are in your favor because you reach the end, and the only thing you can hear are your footsteps. Where do you guys want to go next? Of course, dwarves have dark vision as well, so you can see fairly far ahead.
The coast looks clear.
So, I guess we're going to go left.
Curious that you haven't explored that door in front of you.
Hey, there's a door.
Hey, look, there's a door that's still closed.
Who wants to open it? Who's the red shirt?
It's the red shirt.
Wait, what? Oh, that door, the next door on the left there.
Yeah, across from number 5.
Is it locked? Let's give it a try. Click, click.
Yeah, check it though carefully before you.
So you're going to move the handle? Well,
Yeah, I'll make sure everybody crowds around first, just in case it's trapped.
okay. So, Werbin is keeping a safe distance away. What about everyone else? Where is
Come
everyone
hither.
else?
Come hither, Torch Boy.
I
Well, we can do this. Jeff, you control Vaz, and Dave, you control Ackerley.
Okay. And Werbin is out of control most times, so.
Yes. He is a dwarf with a mind of his own.
Well, okay. Badonk will move here, and I think Vaz will be here.
Okay. So I'm assuming that you guys are closing doors behind you unless you tell me otherwise. So you get up to this door, and Wes, you just throw the door open, right?
And then pull back up, notch up arrow.
I love it. Bring on the danger. So you carefully, well, you don't carefully, you put your hand on the door and you say, "We've been lucky so far." You throw the door wide open. And then Wes, I need you to roll. Oh, I need Steve to answer that phone first.
Phone check.
And then I need you to roll absolutely nothing. Because the room is empty.
Huh.
Apart from a dusty table on which 3 polished skulls sit.
Polish?
They shine with the reflected light of the torch that Ackerley is carrying. Otherwise, the room is empty. It doesn't even have the normal alcoves of what do you call it? Crypts that you guys would normally see.
Okay. And there's no doorway or anything leading out of it?
There is no obvious exit from here, no.
All right. Do we want to go up Werbin's direction then?
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
So who will be the first to reach that junction? Who will embrace fate first, I wonder? Okay, I need a double check thing because of your hand wraps. Okay.
Bring those hand wraps hither.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
I mean,
Your hand wraps.
Yeah.
Badonk, the runes kind of stained into your hand wraps flare to light.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Maybe I should not notch an arrow and use that hammer.
You are
Sure.
returning. Okay.
Yeah, returning light hammer.
Okay. So each of these squares is 10 feet, like 10 by 10. So you guys can fit 2 of you at the entrance there. Let me reveal some of this hallway first, because I know you'll want to see what's down here. I know it. So, boom, that's what you see.
Oh, there's a hallway there.
So what you see along the hallway here, guys, right here. You can't see what's inside, but it is a portcullis. Just bars that lead into some kind of room. There are 3 more doors on the northern side of the walls here. And then at the end of the hallway, there is another one of those bricked up archways. Someone has sealed off that room and does not want anything in or perhaps nothing out. Your wraps continue to blaze with divine power, Badonk. What are you guys going to do?
Wait for Badonk to come closer to the front. Hey, Lucky Goblin, you're glowing. You should come up here.
Sure, he'll come right up here, right by Wes.
So this corridor is lined with dust and debris, and it appears that this door here, the one in the middle, sits slightly ajar. Oh, and actually from where you can see here, the one at the end, it appears that the door may have actually been shattered. And it's nothing but the remnants lie outside of that. What are you guys going to do?
Let's check one of the rooms, but should we just go in order? Like start at the one right that we're at?
Sure, that way we know there's nothing going to sneak up behind us.
Logical.
Okay.
Okay.
So describe for me how you're going to open that door.
Stick it in.
I love the Barrowmaze so much. Oh,
so
man.
I don't know. Do we have anyone to check for traps or no? That's only Dave. He's not here.
Is Dave really the only person playing someone? I think Chad's character is decent at that as well.
Yeah. So I guess
I mean, anybody can do it. It's just that because you don't have a trait, you're not going to be super good at it.
Would Ruin Explorer help you with identifying traps within the ruins?
It might. It might.
Try it.
Yeah. So give me All right, then I'm going to make a wisdom check for you because you guys don't know what the outcome is.
Right.
You just got to trust that my lucky rolls. We're going to break your way.
Wisdom +2 and Ruin Explorer 1.
Okay, so +3 to the roll. All right. Interesting.
And Wes will.
I need to pick 3 more traits. I don't suppose I could pick one of those right now.
Well, the traits have to be something that you have done over. Well, you know what? Okay, so here's the thing. You do have to the traits. Every time you gain a level, you get a new trait. It's got to be something that reflects what you've done in the last adventure. But I think one of the last times you played, Steve, was when you were trying to find fucking traps and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So what would you call it? What would you call the trait?
Man, Dungeoneering is kind of one trait I could take.
Dungeoneering is a little too broad, I think.
Okay.
What about like Trap Finder or something like that?
Well, sure.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So what is your wisdom bonus?
3.
So that would be a total +4. Wes, yours is a +3 in total?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe one of you helps the other one, and I'll give you another +1 to the result. Because I have a feeling you might need it. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. So what you do, Wes, is you get over there, and you're looking carefully at this. Unfortunately, you don't have any thieves' tools, so you really can't do the thing you've seen Roan do so successfully before. Actually, I don't think Roan has done it successfully ever. I think he's like not. Forgot. He's missed them and then set them off.
Yeah.
But you see him get down there, and you're looking very carefully at this. Werbin, you're trying to recall all the bits of clever engineering that you learned from back when you were living in the Blue Mountains with your clan, and you guys study the door very carefully, and you're very certain that there are no mechanisms that will cause you harm if you just turn that door. So who wants to actually open the door?
Well, I mean, Badonk is okay with doing it once his friends say it's clear.
Okay. So Badonk walks up, his hands a halo of light from the glowing runes in his divine wraps. You lay a careful hand on the door handle. You turn it and throw the door open. And this is what you see. An empty crypt with one thing on the 1 second. I'm trying to find the table. Oh, here we go. Okay, give me a sec here, guys. There is something written in the wall in a brownish stain, and it's scrawled across the wall. And it's kind of, you get the feeling that whatever it was written with was sopping with whatever liquid was used. And what it says, something is following us. Beware the eyes in the dark.
Whoa, that's pretty freaking ominous.
Yeah. So you see that, you turn around, study the area around you. You think you can hear from somewhere deep in the maze.
Like
a wind blow
just
through.
Blue?
Wes curses Greg Gillespie.
What would you guys like to do next? I guess
Next room.
Like, is there nothing to loot in the room, or is it worth looting?
it's effectively it's empty. I mean, it's there, apart from whatever's been written on the wall. It does appear, bless you, Steve. It does appear that there are scratches on the outside of this door, but there are no other.
Interesting.
What would you guys like to do?
Check the next door, I guess.
That's the one that's ajar.
Wait, the one right beside the number 11?
Yep, right over here. Okay.
Oh,
Hold on, I gotta get the right selecting. There we go. Right there.
Kick it open.
If you move over there, you will be able to see into the room with the portcullis as well.
let's do it.
Okay. So you move your way over there. Let me reveal two things to you. One, you can see into this room now. And what you see shocks you to your very core.
Emptiness.
Because it is empty. You are uncertain as to why, peering in there, why would they secure that room? It bothers you because you feel that there is some kind of cruel logic behind the construction of the Barrowmaze. But the meaning behind this escapes you.
There's 5 angry invisible stalkers in the room.
Within the room before you, though, the door is ajar. Who would like to push the door aside?
Wes has the hammer in one hand and a bow in the other, and he gives the door a kick.
Okay. Werbin and Vaz are hanging out pretty far back.
Oh, I'm coming.
And Badonk, what's he doing standing by the old door?
Okay.
No, he'll come by you.
Okay.
I think. Sorry, I keep forgetting to move Vaz. Maybe she's actually looking around in this room while we're at the next door right now.
Okay. So you go up to the door and you push it aside. And this is what is before you. Now, inside this 20 by 20 room, there is a it's decorated inside with bas-relief images of the dead walking into the afterlife. And in the top, so the northwestern corner of that room, there are the remains of a skeleton that has some corroded and decrepit gear sitting near it. What would you guys like to do?
I throw the hammer at it just in case.
Okay. The skeleton is scattered to the ground. It reappears in your hand.
Nice.
Does not move. What do you guys want to do?
Do we want to loot this, the donk?
Yeah, let's loot it.
Okay, so who's going in?
Warbin can go in and do a little trap finding.
Okay.
The true winning.
Warbin steps in,
Oh,
and
God.
as soon as he does, Warbin, what is your armor class?
Is
Beyond, I'm not sure when the last time I sent you an updated character is actually. So
I think it's pretty. I've got it. Armor class 6.
6. Okay, so what you guys see is basically Warbin's like, I got this. I'm going to check for traps. He takes maybe 2 or 3 steps in, and this enormous, like chitinous form, as big as Warbin and as black as the halls of the Barrowmaze, drops down on top of him and sinks in these vicious mandibles.
Oh, nice.
It is a spider that is about the size of, honestly, about the size of Warbin.
Wow.
Oh, Warbin, you take 2 points of damage as this thing sinks its mandibles in, and I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw.
So you can roll 2d8 and add your Constitution modifier, please, and your level.
1 and plus 4, so that's 5.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, 2d8.
Up, 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 up. That is good enough. So you can feel this thing has injected something into you, but your hardy dwarven constitution is fighting off it. You're like, ah! Guys, let's roll some initiative. So I think the way we're doing initiative is rolling a d6. Who wants to be in charge of surprise, and who wants to be in charge of initiative?
Who's feeling fast?
I think the donk's feeling fat.
Okay.
You want me to do speed? Initiative? Okay.
Okay, who's rolling surprise then? Steve, you've been away a bit. Why don't you give us a d6 roll? Let's see if you guys are surprised.
1.
Totally surprised.
You're
I rolled a 6 and a 1.
surprised. Okay.
I rolled a 6 and a 1.
So let's not worry about initiative for this round. And let me just make my attack again.
He rolled a 6 first.
Yeah, I think I accidentally pressed it twice, so maybe we're good.
That's good drama, though. That's like quality. I was like, my heart was palpitating.
This thing sinks its fangs into you yet again. Oh, man. 2 more points of damage.
Me?
Yep, against you, Warbin. A different spot. Something, and you can't figure out what's going on. Something's kind of knocked you forward. Would you kindly give me another Constitution saving throw? Here it comes. Here it comes. Big money. Whoa! Holy shit.
I
Awesome.
put it
No problems whatsoever. All right, now, Jeff, you feeling quick?
Feeling quick.
Here we go. I got a 2.
Oh, nice.
Beat my 2. Here it comes.
Oh!
3. Right. Okay, so you guys are up first. Who wants to go?
Well, Warbin, I'll let you react to your situation first.
Okay, let's see here. I'm getting munched on. But, on your spells.
You enjoy King Spider?
Well, I do have ogre strength, don't I?
That's right. Yes, you do.
Oh, that is amazing. I
Forgot you had your
all
gauntlets of
about
ogre power. Yeah.
So maybe I'll try to chuck this thing into the corner.
Love it. Okay. So just give me a strength check then. So let's see here. Do you have any traits that would speak to like lifting things or anything like that, or just application of power?
Well, minor, swinging an axe and lifting the stone and stuff.
Yep. I'll let you do that. So you go ahead and add that trait as well.
Okay. That's
Go ahead and make your roll.
+4 in total then?
+4 in total. Oh, nice. Okay.
2d8 +4, 9.
Oh, this thing is, it must have its legs wrapped around you in a sickening embrace, and you're trying to throw this thing off, and it just can't get it away. My favorite thing about this new mic stand is I can flail around like an idiot and not worry about hitting my mic. All right, so you guys, you're tossing this thing around, Werbin, and you cannot get it off you. Guys, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Ooh, Wes. So you hurl your... is 18 your total? Oh, plus it's AC. 18, Wes? Do you really think that's enough to pierce this thing's thick, hard, chitinous shell?
I do.
Well, you're right. So you hammer this thing for 4 points of damage. Jesus. So how does this thing turn into goo all over Werbin?
Wes throws the hammer with such ferocity that it goes like right through the spider, and it kind of explodes in a pile of green and red goo all over Werbin. I'm like, sorry about the mess, Mr. Werbin.
I think, Werbin, you probably had it like right over you as you're about to throw it, and then
pop the spider zit on you.
Thanks all the same.
Oh, so it does seem to be down. You do spare a look up, and it seems like the ceiling is otherwise free, although it is covered in webs. What do you want to do now? There's still that skeleton and perhaps some
gear.
Yeah. Badonk, your wraps are still aglow.
Yeah, exactly. That wasn't I figured that would be the case.
So you make your way over Werbin, and pretty much everything that this thing was carrying has corroded. It must be centuries that this thing has been down here. What has not corroded, though, is the contents of this like hole-filled sack sitting with the skeleton. Because within that, you find 163 electrum pieces.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's about 80 GP, give or take. That's not bad. Okay. So, what do you guys want to do next?
I'm worried that Badonk's wraps are still glowing.
So, Werbin, remember that at the end of a fight, you can bandage wounds and heal back 2 points of damage.
Ah. Do I have to make a roll?
Nope, you automatically get that.
All right.
Where do you guys want to go next?
Werbin, you're getting bandaged?
Yep.
Badonk, you want to go to the next door?
Yeah, but don't we need Werbin to check it first, or?
I could check it for you, my friend.
All right.
So before you guys get there, you step outside the hallway, and can you guys all give me another wisdom check, please?
Wisdom. My favorite. Oh, that's a good roll.
Okay. Oh, nice one. Okay, so you guys step out, and Wes, you're sort of, shaking the goo off of your hammer, and you think you can hear the soft from further down the hallway here. You hear the sound of like one voice involved in an argument. You're looking off, and it's coming from this direction. Badonk, let's hear you. No, neither Werbin or Badonk hear any of it. It seems like you're the only one to have heard this, Wes. What do you do?
I tap Badonk on the shoulder before he goes farther, and I'm like, "Can you hear that?" And I look back to Werbin, and I'm like, "Can you hear that?"
Guys, Badonk and Werbin, give me another check again. Let's see if you get better. +2 to this result. That's a little better.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys can hear it as well, too. And you think you hear something fall, or the sound of something clattering to the ground. What are you doing?
It's very strange.
I'm going to check the door for traps, but is it...
Well, remember
this is the one that's
lies
shattered?
It lies in shattered pieces.
Oh, yeah, this one's shattered.
This does not seem like something new. There still is debris and dust that litters this hallway, so that thing was shattered quite some time ago. How close do you get to the door? Like, are you going right up to where the frame is?
Sure.
Okay. So if you're the first one there, you can hear that sound is definitely coming from within whatever's behind the door.
I give the dog a thumbs up, and I pull back on my bow this time because the hammer's still dripping with spider goo.
Okay. So your bow is ready. Badonk, you've made your way up. Werbin, what are you doing?
I'm going to get ready to cast a cantrip.
Okay. So Werbin is making up. He's beginning to draw on the deep power of the earth. Who is going to be the first to round the frame and look in that room?
I'll go.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay.
I went last time.
So as you're getting ready, you're at the side. Wes, you have your bow out. You hear from inside that room. And as your heart's racing a little, you're breathing heavily, you begin to see your breath is forming into like a mist. It's cold. It's so cold in that room. And you throw yourself around the corner. In this room, the walls are decorated with faint and vandalized frescoes. A disturbed skeleton rests on a stone slab. There's a runic tablet on the floor. Nothing else is in here, and as soon as you move in, the noise ceases. Standing in the doorway looking in, it still is cold. It's like, imagine standing at the threshold of a meat locker. You can see your breath form like the mist outside that shrouds the barrow mounds. What are you doing? Nope.
Muting my mic so I don't cough into the phone.
Yeah.
Freaked out.
This is the first runic tablet you guys have found in the Barrowmaze.
Is this like something we expect to be here, or
Don't know.
we don't know?
Didn't Sir Albus's letter outline the runic tablets and the 4 items in the 4 guardian barrows?
Those were something different.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you guys have spent almost an entire season in here. You've probably heard that runic tablets are something that can be found in here as well.
Okay.
a very kind of like a very, very ancient form of magic. What you do know, I think, is whoever looks and reads the runic tablet, that triggers the magic. You don't read it out loud. It's just like actually, looking it over. That is sufficient to trigger it.
So we don't necessarily want to. I was going to say maybe do you want to read it in town, but what if it's bad? We bring down the curse of the apocalypse in the middle of Helix.
Yeah, interesting.
Mr. Dwarf, do you know anything about this runic tablet? Can you recognize the magic without reading it?
Why don't you give me intelligence and nativity traits that would speak to old and secretive magics?
Well, Circle of the Storm Druid.
I don't think so, because this magic is older than that.
Okay. Could pick another trait.
My trait is, what do you need? Genius. Steve, you figured out how to win D&D.
I guess so.
I'm going to build my character in the adventure.
Exactly. Well, it just so happens I have a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Okay, just give me a intelligence check, Steve. 2d8 plus your intelligence bonus, please.
Intelligence
Let's see.
is 13. So does that give me a +1 intelligence?
13, I think. Is +1, yeah.
Okay, and it's just intelligence.
Just intelligence, yeah. Hey, pretty good. So, Werbin, you are familiar with this. This is basically, these are like fragments of divine power. They're not quite spells, but these things have potent, whatever this culture was that created the Barrowmaze. These are fragments of incredibly powerful but very unpredictable magic. The reading a runic tablet could give you a benefit. It could afflict you with some terrible condition, like, say, the curse that Wes had, or, say, the curse that Skurg has. Oh, yeah, Wes. Skurg grabbed one of those owl amulets as well, too, so he's now cursed with slow.
Didn't learn.
Did not learn. Nope. So that's what you know, Werbin, is that this could be a great bit of fortune by reading this. It could bring great disfortune. Misfortune. Disfortune is not a word. Disfortune. Sure said it like it was a word, right?
Unless that is how you
Sounded
speak,
good.
and it's really disfortune that you commenced. If
So-
that's your accent.
You guys have some options here. First, do you move into the room? Second, do you pick up and read the runic tablet? Who amongst you is feeling lucky?
Well,
You feeling lucky, punk?
that's the question. Obviously, Badonk feels lucky.
Okay. So, Badon, you probably heard for 2 years now, you've heard about these runic tablets. And
So maybe
there's-
he actually is a little excited to finally find one.
Okay.
Has he heard that they're very dangerous to touch?
They can be. They can also be incredibly beneficial.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's really unpredictable.
Hmm.
So, in the event that it explodes, do we want to put it up against the brick wall so that that sealed off doorway? Yeah, do some work for us. Turn a detriment into a positive.
What are you going to do?
Oh. I mean,
As you guys are standing there again, your breath is forming into icy mist. There's no obvious exit from this room, but why is it so cold?
Maybe there's some kind of curse or trap in the room, and reading the tablet will release it.
I don't think it needs any of you to make a roll to realize that the disturbed dead rarely remain quiet.
hmm.
So what do you guys want to do?
Come on, dwarf.
Have it.
Your call.
Sure. Bonk will pick up the tablet.
Okay.
Good.
Jeff,
Yep.
would you kindly give me a D20 roll, please?
Oh, don't tell me it's like actually random whether these things are good or bad.
It really is.
Oh shit! I don't know if 3 means good or bad.
3
It's
is
really
so
good or
totally
really
good. 3
Oh.
is astronomically good.
I need you
Oh god.
Doesn't sound good.
to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no. Why is everything wisdom in this game? You should have told us before we started playing. Just about every save you ever make is wisdom.
Well, no, 'cause Steve made a Constitution save in the last room.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I've rolled like.
Yeah, but I don't
10
care,
to
Kev. Shut up.
1. Oh god.
So you
Time
add
for
your
some
level,
cookies.
add your level and your wisdom bonus.
Oh, add your level.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I level 5? Holy shit.
Yeah, you're level 5 now.
Okay, that helps a lot.
Definitely.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
So,
God.
Badonk, you read this. And as you're reading along, like at first you're looking at this stone tablet, and it doesn't make any... It's like you're looking at like, I don't understand the language, but as you're making your way across, like, and you're reading down, it suddenly seems to be written in the like crude goblin scrawl that's like, carved into the side of like chicken bones or, the bark of a tree or something like that. And as you're reading, what is going on? Why is it getting blurry? Why is it getting dark?
Oh god.
Badonk, what's happened? The lights have all gone out.
Uh-oh.
Oh
We got
no.
Blind
Badonk
goblin?
seems to be in a bit of distress, and that's when it manifests. Werbin, Wes, would you kindly give me wisdom saves?
Okay. 1, 2.
And then we'll talk about what happens next.
So wisdom plus your level?
Yeah, wisdom plus your level. Oh, Werbin, look at you. Oof.
Boom.
Oh, Wes. Oh, Wes. All right. So, what happens is you see, I guess, Jeff, what is Badonk, like, how's he reacting to this?
I think he's maybe a little bit terrified actually, because he does know that these things kind of do go both ways, and so he thinks maybe he has found a cursed tablet.
I think the sound you guys hear is as Badonk staggers back, you hear the sound of the runic tablet shattering on the ground as he drops it and staggers back. And then what manifests above, it seems as if this thing comes from nothing, from nothingness, and is suddenly there. There is a spectral form of a man who shouts out in a language that you don't understand and says something as an order towards you guys. Badonk, you hear this. You can't see what the hell's happening. And I think you're just it's more like the muffled sound as your heart's racing, and the sound of that is just filling your ears. Werbin and Wes, you feel for a split moment as if your nerve will break and you'll fucking run out of here and run to the rope and get up that rope and run out of the mounds and never ever come back. But your metal holds and you don't run. Guys, let's roll for surprise. So
you've been demoted.
Yeah, Werbin failed last time, so now it's your turn, Dave. This is the way it works now, Steve. You roll initiative or surprise until you fail, or you fuck up, then it goes to someone else.
It's like being a goalie. All right.
Okay, so Wes was not surprised. So, Badonk, give me I rolled a 6 for initiative.
Beat that.
You can do it, Bob. 6.
Here it comes.
Oh, that sort of
Monster
reflects
goes.
how Badonk is doing right now.
So this spectral man who appears to be like, you can think of it in kind of like Ghostbuster style, where it's all like kind of a translucent kind of one color. He's dressed like an adventurer. He's got, like some kind of armor on. He has no weapons in his hands. He's just free hands. But he moves forward towards, let's see here, evens, it'll be Werbin. Odds. Wes, he moves towards you and takes a swing at you. He connects. And as his hand passes through you, Wes, I am so sorry to say, it seems to have no effect. You kind of go back. Your guys' turn. What are you guys doing?
Like, can I see anything? Am I blind at this point?
Complete blackness. But what you could do, Badonk, is you could use, remember the mechanic of like resist death stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You just hit 5th level, which means you have not done it yet this level, right?
Oh, I have not.
Which means you could choose to take 5d4 of damage and then just resist this blindness.
Ow.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, so roll 5d4. Yeah, I can't believe you have level. That gets a lot more impactful as you gain levels. Good lord. Hey, but if you got to roll it, that's the way you roll it. So you take 2 points of damage, and your sight begins to return. Okay, Werbin or Wes, what do you guys want to do? Werbin?
Yeah.
Do you remember if you've got any special abilities relating to the undead?
Do you have some kind of witch thing or something? Undead blast?
I used to have that.
You got something even more effective right now.
Yeah, isn't. What are my abilities here? Hold on.
It'll be under abilities.
Oh, yes. May use the primal power of nature to destroy undead. Once every 5 minutes, he may target any or all undead within 30 feet. Roll 1d8 fray dice per level. Divide the damage to any valid targets. Yes.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
What does it look like as you turn undead?
It's sort of a kind of first a white aura that starts to get brighter and brighter, and then it shoots out these sort of arcing like bolts of white electricity.
Nice.
That zap the undead.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. You're level 4 right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 4d8, please.
48.
We'll see how you do. And boom.
13.
Not bad. Well, remember, you count them individually. So that's 1, 2, 3 points of damage. So you can spread that amongst the various undead if you think there are undead. So you raise it up and you hit to the ground, and this lightning sort of arcs out in each direction, plays across you, Wes, with no effect. But what it does is it completely consumes that thing. And suddenly, it's deathly silent again in this room. And that cold feeling seems to be passing.
Are Badonk's wraps still glowing?
Badonk's gloves. One second, I need to double check this. Like we were talking about before we went live, in different editions, they change certain things, and I need to remember if these things are undead in this edition or not. Your wraps fade. You are once again lit only by the flickering light of the torch that Ackerley carries. What are you guys going to do? You're closer now to that room at the end of the hallway, too. So you can see, again, there's... Oh, it's actually this picture here. This is what it looks like, guys. Minus the Tim the Enchanter. there is a big skull on the top of the door frame, but the door is otherwise sealed up with bricks. In this room, apart from that fallen skeleton and the vandalized frescoes, there's nothing else. Though the temperature has returned to the normal level of just damp and whatever in the Barrowmaze. So what do you guys want to do? The last time you went to one of these brick walls, you were able to break it down relatively easily, but you had the benefit of Roan's sorcery to make it silent, right?
And the time before that, we attracted a whole pile of creatures because we were smashing on it.
It was a rat. What do you guys want to do? You guys are making great progress tonight, too.
Do we want to leave it and come back here next time we have Roan and his silencing magic? Or do you have something like that, Mr. Dwarf?
Silencing, hey? Not so much.
Okay.
Do you need something entrapped? No, I want to be silent. How about something entrapped? So what would you guys like to do?
Other hallway?
Sure.
Should we circle around?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Doc, do you want to lead us to where we were before?
Yeah.
Can I just say, after the amount of bullshit random encounter rolls I've been rolling the last 2 sessions, you guys are going to have one night where it's nothing but fucking deadly stuff time after time after time, because I do that. Okay, so you guys make your way down here, and you will remember that the last time you went through there, that sounded like someone was hitting something with a hammer, right?
Right.
So you get up to this door. Describe for me how you're entering this room.
Which room?
17.
Oh, we haven't entered it yet. So the door is open still?
Nope. All doors are closed.
Have you've gone this way though, Badonk?
Yes. Doesn't mean that anything.
No. Others could have come and gone since, and
Right.
okay.
Yes.
Werbin, do you want me to help you with the trap?
Sure.
Okay, I'll
take a look again. Okay, let's see here.
Ruin Explorer.
Okay.
What did this do?
So you guys carefully. Well, remember, I roll for it, not.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you guys spend another 10 or 15 minutes carefully inspecting this thing. One of you comments to the other, we should really buy thieves' tools next time. And after inspecting it with the light carefully, you confidently announce that there are no mechanical traps on this door.
Looks clear, Badonk. I step back, draw my bow.
Okay. Badonk, what do you do?
Guess he'll go in.
Okay.
He's a lucky goblin. Of course he is.
So Badonk, you throw open the door.
Yep.
And you see, again, there's that little hole over here through which you suspect the beetles may have come a couple days ago when you were last in the Barrowmaze. But there are 4 things in here that were not here before. In each of the rough corners of the room, there is now hunched a demonic-looking statue.
Yikes.
It reminds you of that statue you found in the room back over here.
And they were absolutely not here last time.
They were definitely not here last time.
Oh. Okay.
And these 4 statues as well, they're not on a pedestal. They're just set into the ground.
Set into the ground?
Yeah, like sitting. Imagine if you didn't take, you took a statue off of its pedestal and just laid it down. So, this demonic thing looks like it's sitting on the ground and kind of positioned in this snarling, fearsome kind of manner. Same thing as the last statue was. Only the last statue was on a raised pedestal.
Hmm.
These statues are actually even taller than you, too. They're probably about the same size as, like, say, Ackerley or Vaz. Big as a man. What do you do?
Examine them, I guess?
Okay. So you're going to go up and try and inspect these things?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys can see this is in there as well. Go ahead and move yourself into the room there, Badonk. Anyone else going in to inspect this?
Sure.
Okay. Are you each taking a statue to look at, I guess, or are you all keeping together, or what?
Oh, yeah, I'll take my own statue.
Okay. And Wes, what about you? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, lots of coughing.
Okay.
I'm going to stand in the center of the room and just kind of keep an eye on everybody and
Okay.
bow drawn, ready to go.
Who's in charge of rolling for surprise right now?
That was me.
Would you kindly give me a D6 roll?
Oh, I am now demoted.
Jeff's in charge. I should go back to Steve again. Steve, you're back in charge of rolling for surprise. So
Okay.
what happens? Badonk, you get in there and you start making your way up. And again, this thing's like this hideous demonic thing, twisted, and it's kind of like, pose. And I really hope my camera freezes on that, because that's exactly what I want to have as my avatar. And you're looking at one as well, Warbin. It's kind of like, its arms are way above it. It's got these nasty clawed talons, big vicious wings behind it. The 2 of you are up there. You walk up to these things, and it looks like these are fairly crudely made, because there's a lot of like weird imperfections on it, and there's cracks and such. And the sound of stone moving on stone, like the sound you hear in like movies or TV when like a stone door opens, that kind of sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound you both hear briefly as the eyes seem to roll from back in the head and go down to look at you as 4 gargoyles leap towards you. So,
God.
Badonk, we got a couple things here. So 2 claws. Let's see here. There's one that might hit there. What's your AC? Badonk?
Well, I guess I'm not sure if my sheet is right.
Okay. Whatever your level 5 sheet will be.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
just going to call it up, the last one you sent me.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'll make an attacks on Warbin. Warbin, yours is a 6, you said?
A what? Sorry?
Your AC is a 6?
Yes.
Oh!
My AC is 2.
Warbin, I got a nat 20.
Yeah, of course.
Fortunately, this does not do an awful lot of damage. Your AC is a 2. Okay, so the claws miss you. It tries to bite you. That is a miss as well. It tries to jam you with its horns. That does actually hit. So there's this flurry of this thing. You can picture the Donka. This thing's just all over you. Like every bit of this thing is trying to hit you and claw you and batter at you. And finally, one of them manages to connect. You take 1 point of damage. Warbin, you are clawed. You are not bit. And you are not hit with a horn. So Warbin, you take 1 point of damage as well, as one of the claws clips you. I think it's been far too long since I killed a henchman. So let's see if he's going to attack accurately. We got Vaz is a 1, Wes is a 2, 3 is accurately. Hey, look at that 3. Look at that good old 3. Okay. 2 claws on accurately. That's a 1. That's a hit. We got a bite on accurately. That's a hit. And a horn on accurately. That's a miss. So let's see here. Between the bite and the claw is accurately down. That's 1 point of damage. 3, 4. So accurately goes down beneath one of these stone forms. This thing's tearing at him. And you hear a muffled, wet sound. As accurately has his throat torn out by this thing. We have 1 more left. 1, 2. Let me get accurately out of the way here. Boom. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of you guys left. Let's see. 1. Vaz. 1 sets its claws on Vaz. That 1 is a hit. Bites, miss. Horn hits. Okay, so the claw does 1 point of damage to Vaz. The horn does 1 point of damage to Vaz, which takes 2 points of damage from that withering assault. Oh, boy. Surprise round over. Round 1, guys. Jeff, you are up. Oh, you lost initiative, which means it passed to, I guess, Jeff, you're rolling surprise next time. And Steve, you're rolling initiative now.
All right.
I got a 3. Go ahead and roll a D6 for me, please.
Just a D6?
Just a D6, yeah. Hey, you win. What are you guys doing, guys? There are 4. See if I actually cut them here. Do I do the right thing here? Yes, there they are. Rah. 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 Okay. One of the players in one of my other games was actually teasing me about how I can't move a monster without making a sound.
You are a soundboard.
I do really love making noises. Okay, so what are you guys doing, guys? You guys have initiative. 4 of these lethal gargoyles are upon you. What do you want to do?
Oh my goodness. Like, oh man. Punching stone just doesn't feel like my favorite move I've ever done.
Well, if you do a flashback to like Wes's training, you know, and you have some kind of like 80s hair metal song playing in the background, I imagine we could see you like, you know, chopping your way through like, you know, planks of stone or something like that, or granite.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay.
So he'll take his dog stance.
Yeah.
And he'll attempt.
Here it comes. Let's see. Whoa! 20 with 4 points of damage.
Wow.
Holy shit. So you see this thing, you stand back, there is that momentary flashback, and then you leap forward, you hit this thing with all of your key force, and the single hit shatters this thing. Like if you think of I only because I saw it recently on a YouTube clip, like the shattering move from Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. This thing just shatters into a million tiny pieces of gravel. One of them is down.
Nice.
You can you are level 5, which means these are lesser foes. Go ahead and apply your fray dice. And another 1 point to the fray. Okay, I'll put a little dot on them. Whoa, no, I'm not, because the dots are bigger than them. So, I know which one is damaged. So you spin off that one and hit this other, and like part of its wing is completely shattered by your backstroke. Who wants to go next? Backswing. Backstroke is a swim. Who wants to go next, guys?
I will attack. Werbin will attack with his staff.
Okay. You spin around, and you get that ogre strength coursing through your little dwarven body. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh. You swing this thing around. Which one? Oh, yeah, it'll be one of the ones at the bottom there, I guess.
Yeah.
So you connect with one of them. Bam! And this cracks appear throughout it. You actually shatter off part of its like whole forearm is gone on one of its claws. And you leave a giant crack in its torso. What level are you right now?
4.
Then these are lesser foes. You could turn and use your cantrip or your what do you call it? Your fray dice on one of the other ones.
Does Werbin's Girdle of Strength give him bonus to damage?
It should. Yeah, it gives +3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he only rolled +1. Actually,
Yeah.
you do 2 more points of damage then.
That's a 9 then. Right.
9 then, yeah. Boom.
Nice.
So it's still only 2 points of damage, but still
Yeah.
impressive. So go ahead and roll your fray dice then.
That's a 1d8, right?
No, I don't think your fray is a 1d8. Your fray is like a 1d. I don't remember. Should say in your character sheet.
Wait, hold on here.
I think it's 1d6.
Yeah, I think 1d6 is most. The 1d8 is the fighter. No, that might be wrong as well.
Let me pull up the house rules.
Yeah, maybe pick up the Mad Hack and let's see what it says. I don't remember offhand.
Where is it here?
What should say on his character sheet?
I
Does
didn't
it
see
say
it on his.
under the combat stats there, Steve? Does it say fray?
Combat.
The PDF character sheet, not the one in Roll20.
Right. Not seeing it. Combat. Hold on here.
In the Mad Hack, the Druid Fray dice is 1d6.
1d6. Okay, so go ahead and roll 1d6 then, Steve-O.
All right. 6.
Oh! Okay, so that one that Werbin hit, you spin around and there's this like thunder stroke that hit it, and it like cracks appear all over this thing's body. It is nearly ready to go down. That's this one at the top here. Wow. Okay, then Wes, what are you doing?
Well, since that one just took down our henchman and has been smoked twice, and I have an arrow notched, I might as well shoot it, because who knows?
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good bowman. It might be stone, but okay. Character sheet, Wes.
Go ahead.
I have a character sheet open somewhere in one of my tabs. Okay, here we are.
$15 is actually good enough. So you unload, and even though it's 2 points of damage, this thing once again falls into a heap of rubble. Go ahead and roll your fray dice. Another point of damage. Do you hit the one that Werbin hammered or the other one?
The one the Werbin hammered. Why not?
Okay, so that is again more cracks appear in it, but it is not down yet. Vaz, what? So these things are not lesser foes. So Vaz does have to make an attack roll against them. Jeff.
Hey. Oh, I don't have her sheet open.
Oh yeah, that means she actually can't do her fray dice either. Then.
Oh, she can't. Well, her attack's still pretty good.
Yeah, holy shit, is she ever? Oh, but the attack roll is garbage.
Yeah.
She swings at these things, and unfortunately, like this thing kind of dekes out of the way at the last second, and her halberd hits the edge of its its stony wing, and there's sparks that fly as it runs along its hide, but it doesn't connect. It looks like that would have been a lethal stroke, but it just overshot. Steve, you were successful last round. Can you continue your role as initiative chief? I rolled a 6.
6 is stuff each, but I can roll a 3.
Oh! Gargoyles up. Wait, I forgot to go with the gargoyles. So I get to go with the gargoyles, and then I get to go with the gargoyles again. So good news, guys.
Good news is only
The true
2s.
heroes of the story get to act right. Okay, so one of these things, the one that is almost broken apart, it lays into you, Werbin. It goes forward again, and like every time these things move, it sounds like that grinding of stone on stone. That The claws flare or go kind of, clawing around you. The claws claw. That is some fucking top shelf DMing right there.
Master of narrative.
Biting bites. All right, you take 1 point of damage as its fangs sink into your arm, Werbin. Oh, and it catches you on a backstroke with its horns. You take another 1 point of damage. The death by 1,000 cuts of stone. All right, and then the other one will lay into 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Badonk, it tries. So we have 2 claws. There's no way they can hit. It then tries to bite you. You have an AC of 2, right?
Yeah.
That just barely hits them. So again, this maw comes in. Oh, fuck. 2 points of damage to you. And it rears its horns back in a nat 20. You take another point of damage.
3 total?
So, 3 total, yeah. And then they continue on for their second round. I'll just continue on with the same targets. Claws flurrying around. You take another point of damage as it tears away more of your flesh there, Werbin. It tries to bite you again, Werbin. It does not succeed. But its horn does not find purchase either. So you get 1 claw on you, but nothing else. But Donk, this thing again reaches out at you with its claws. It misses. It tries to sink those fangs in again. It likes Tasty Goblin, and it hits again. You take no points of damage from that one, though. And then it rears up with its horns, and you are hit. But no damage from that either. Guys, what do you want to do?
Goblin, lucky goblin.
Who wants to go first?
Well, Badonk did take a good hit there, so he's a little pissed. He's going
I
to
would think
take
so.
a swing.
Yep. Go ahead.
Ooh, gross.
That's not great, no. So you do connect with one of these things, but it's, man, they're so heavy. You hit and you must have hit just in the right spot with that last one. The one that's attacking you is, I'm assuming, the one you're attacking, and that one does, it's not really hurt at all. However, you leap over that thing and tag, kind of like bring down, like a falling crane striker or something, and you lay waste to the one that's been savaging Badon or Werbin. So it collapses in rubble. Who wants to go next? You got Vaz, Werbin, and Wes. Wes fires. Again, your arrow shatters on this thing. Werbin, what are you going to do?
Bird and staff one of that black bugger.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's see. Here we go. And you've actually got plus 3. I need
Damage
to
plus 3.
Yeah, you need to update your sheet where, but it doesn't show any additional strength bonuses or anything.
Kabam.
Werbin. Oh, that's not. So you hit this. You ever hit like metal with a baseball bat by accident? Yeah. So that's what it is. Your whole fucking forearm goes completely numb. It's like, oh, and it does nothing against this thing. Calms down to Vaz. What is Vaz going to do?
Smoking.
Jeff?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Basil attack.
Yep. So Vaz tries to correct with her halberd, spins it around.
Oh.
Jeez. Again, sparks fly, lighting up. That torches fall into the ground where Ackerley's bloodied corpse is right now. Okay, so Steve, you've been fired from initiative. Dave, you are up. Can you beat my 2?
Let's test my metal.
Here it comes. Hey! 6. You guys are up first. Who wants to go first?
Wes wants to see if he can bandage the wounds of the bleeding henchman.
Give me a... If you're spending an action to get down there and take a pulse or something like that.
Or to try and help him if I...
Yeah, no, he's completely beyond help. Werbin, Badonk, or Vaz. Who wants to go?
We'll go.
Okay.
He is Gonna roll real good this. Oh my goodness. 12 and 13, like every single roll.
Jeez, that's not great.
Ay, ay, ay.
What is your what's the bonus to hit on your character sheet right now? On like the PDF one?
7?
Oh, is it plus
4?
No, it should be more. I'm showing +7 in total for your what you added to your dice roll. I just want to make sure that that's correct.
Base attack bonus is it should be +7.
Yeah, so it is +7.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. Okay, so Badonk unfortunately hits this, and again, it just sort of pushes it back. It doesn't really do anything. Vaz or Werbin? Werbin, your arms are numb at this point anyway, so why not swing again?
Boom.
Oh, even worse. Oh, God. You're not going to feel it for hours.
Vaz, come on.
What is Vaz going to do?
Trying to roll better.
Here it comes. No, jeez. And this thing.
Roll 20 trying. Kev's got a secret script in the background for roll 20. It's like, yeah,
really. It's still intent on Badonk here.
At 8:45, I need you to tank him all the rolls so I can kill off all these.
I haven't rolled like over a 10 in like 6 rolls.
Okay. So that once again, this thing is it's really intent on Badonk. The claw misses. The second claw misses. The bite misses. But the horn clips you, and you take 1 more point of damage. Okay. Next round, initiative. Dave, you're still in charge of initiative. Beat my 2. Why the 6 again? Who wants to go first?
Wes throws the hammer with a vengeance.
So Wes would have to. You had your bow out, so you'd have to do something with. Remember, you got to like if you're going to drop your bow, or are you just going to notch an arrow and draw the hammer and throw it?
Yeah, I won't notch an arrow. I'll just grab the hammer and give it a chuck.
Sure. Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Put everything behind it because that freaking henchman's dead.
Oh. It hits it, and you think you see like splinters of cracks in it, but it doesn't. The stony hide does not break. Werbin, Badonk, or Vaz? Who's next?
Hey, what's my to hit bonus made of? Is it like your level plus your
sugar, spice, and everything nice?
Right.
Nope, that's little girls. Hold on.
Snakes and snails and puppy dog sales?
Yeah. I don't remember what your base attack bonus is. Just something from your class. Your actual to hit bonus is a combination of your strength plus your base attack bonus, plus if there's other factors like magic weapons or whatever.
Okay.
Boom. Bong.
Roll a 15 this time.
Okay, so you leap back. What does it look like as you finally hit a meaningful hit on this thing?
He just basically refocuses and maybe he's using his knees now instead of his fists to try and effect some damage on it.
I like the idea of like he stopped for a moment and like looked down at his fists, and you can see like they're just bloodied because he's been hammering up against like effectively like a stone wall, right?
Yeah.
And he looks up and brings his knee up and boom, hits this thing. There's like a chunk of its back goes flying out from the transferred kinetic force. It's not down yet, but you've really injured it. We have Werbin, who I'll remind has spells. And you have Vaz. Who wants to go?
Well, Vaz can go while Steve decides what he wants to do.
Okay.
She will attack.
Stab. Whoa!
Finally!
Whew. So that is going to be sufficient to take this thing down. What does it look like as she takes down this last gargoyle?
I think she just, again, changed her technique. She sort of saw what Badonk did and switched it up and just attacked. Instead of slashing at them, she sort of turned her halberd and used it more like a hammer.
Okay. So yeah, and then bam, this thing falls to the ground. Now, you think you... Let me just make some rolls here very quickly. Oh, fuck, a duck. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? You know, it never fails that dice go so much further on a hardwood floor than what you think they do. All right. So that. Nope. 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 Hey. So it appears that there is something inside in the rubble of these things. Would I need 2 percentile rolls, please? And I need to start making notes here.
Who's gonna do it?
I'll do it. Here we go. Now, 47.
Okay.
8.
And an 8. Okay. Let's see. I will need another percentile roll from each of you, please.
From
Okay, so
everybody.
Werbin. Whew. You see there is a little vial with some kind of smoky liquid. You know, like water that has dry ice in it?
Mm-hmm.
You pick it up and it moves around. And that's what you can see in there. There's some kind of liquid in there. And Wes, would you roll 60?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Give me a D4 roll, please. What you see... One sec here. Oh, we're using actually roll 20, so this is cool. We can actually make weirdo dice rolls. Would you kindly give me a D31 roll, please?
What if I just do a D32 and then the last one? Never mind. I got a 17 on a D31.
Pretty cool. What you find is a scroll with some kind of magic on it. And Werbin, just at a glance, you look at it and you can tell that it is some kind of arcane magic that's on there. You're not able to make use of this, but I think that you would be able to, using your cantrip, identify this is a scroll of magic missile.
Ooh.
Mm.
There is how that got inside a gargoyle. You have no clue, but so after that gargoyle fight, you guys would be able to bandage yourself up for 2, and Badonk, you would be able to use those healer's gloves to heal for an extra bit.
Would do.
But tell me, what's the reason you guys decided to turn back at this point?
Same reason as always, dead henchman.
Yeah, true. Actually, who's carrying the what do you call it, the torch at this point?
I'll carry the sunrod.
Let me go to, where are you here, guys? Okay, so let's take a look. I know Werbin is at the bottom of the heap in terms of XP at this point. So let's take a look at where he sits. Because I'm not going to roll for random encounters on the way back. We'll just assume you guys get back, and I will pay that brutal trip forward. I think he paid enough with the loss of Ackerley. Ackerley, who would have, if he'd survived today, would have become a first-level fighter.
Oh.
Oh, Ackerley.
The only thing I can say is I did randomly generate who would be attacked. So, Werbin, you are currently level 4.
Mm-hmm.
Currently have 11 XP, and tonight you will gain 2 more, which means you are 1 XP off from hitting level 5.
Boom.
Pretty impressive.
Okay, that's sweet.
Wes, you see here, you are currently level 4, correct?
Yep.
You currently have 12 XP, which means ding-a-ling, and welcome to level 5.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh. I cheer, but it hurts my throat.
that is understood. And now, what about Badonkadonk, the 5th level monk? 15, you are now rocking 16 XP,
Nice.
which means 4 more sessions and you will be level 6.
Crazy.
Whew. So we've had an eventful evening. Couple magic items, couple combat encounters, 1 leveling up, and most importantly, 1 more dead henchman.
Add
So-
him to the pile.
You guys return back to town. And we also made that 100 and whatever it was, Electrum points as well, 162 or something like that, 161.
I put them in the chat.
Yeah, I'll take a look after. Okay, so another successful outing, guys, and congrats on hitting level 5, Wes. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So we're averaging a level. Well, no, because we started with Scarlet Heroes, but if you break it down just in terms of how many sessions we played, we're getting a level every 6 sessions, which doesn't seem. That's probably not right. I think I cheated you guys of a level at some point. Yeah. All right, but anyway, let's stop sharing cameras. And get to the outro. Here we go. Exit game. Stop sharing. Bring the camera back up. And here we are. All right, so guys, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 30 of our Barrowmaze campaign. This was an eventful evening. Lots of tombs explored, lots of, well, not lots, but some treasure recovered, and more bloodshed and death. So everything that one expects and hopes for an outing to the Barrowmaze. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session or the campaign in general, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can shoot me a tweet at Dungeon Musings on Twitter, or you can shoot me an email. My email is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. I'll also note that in the description of the video, you can find a link to the Heroes Save Villages charity campaign that we are running on the channel. This is a charity or fundraising initiative that where it benefits the SOS Children's Villages International charity. All the money that's donated to the campaign goes directly to them to help them do the very good work that they're doing, helping out children in high need circumstances, either living here in North America or abroad. You can learn all about SOS Children's Villages through the link. You can learn about the Heroes Save Villages campaign and the different rewards that we have available for donors. All the money goes towards the organization. None of it comes to the channel. So if you enjoyed the session, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, I just ask that you consider clicking through and learning a little more about the Heroes Save Villages campaign. Last, and certainly not least, I want to thank my players. So, Jeff, Steve, Dave, thanks so much for the great session, guys. This was a ton of fun. I look forward to 30 more sessions in the Barrowmaze with you. Maybe not with these characters. So, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
30 more sessions in winter? What? No.
Exactly. So what do you do on Tuesday? Nothing. It's cold. Okay. How about Wednesday?
No. I said
Okay.
make arrowheads.
We're going to lose a lot of subscribers. So anyway, for those listening at home, thank you again. We hope you've enjoyed this session. And otherwise, happy gaming and see you next time.